If you followed my last tutorial completely, you will see this on your screen when you have FL Studio. I should have mentioned this. When you close FL Studio, your stuff will not save and you can't reopen it if it saves because of the stupid trial version FL Studio has. Um, However, you can remake it by just following the tutorial again. And in this episode, we're going to explore automations and effects. So, let's start with that. You can control a whole bunch of automations when it comes to music. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to control this filter option right here to make a gradual fade in. So we're going to scale this or move this down here, click this, and then click right next to it, and boom, drag it to perfect. And then we have another one, so we can also resolve that back there, and boom. And then we can we have more room to increase the filter. So you right click, create automation clip. Then you can X out of this. What I like to do is to make it exact, I like to pull down this right here, and then I can get the most room. So we want this to end off about right here. So we can't do that. That'll mess it up. That'll be very confusing. So we're gonna, okay. This is an automation editor that you can mess with. Personally, I don't mess with it too much. Just because every number here is a bar, and then you can see here. You can edit it in here. However, I like to edit it here just because it's easier for me. So we're gonna make this here. So we're gonna click right around there. I think there's a way you can copy and paste each thing. However, I'm not sure how to do that. But all I do is I just press that there, move this all the way down. The more you move it down, that's how much the filter will be. So, basically, this will start the loudest and gradually fade into the more muffled. You have to put in song in order for it to work. However, we want a gradual fade in. So we're gonna, Control Z to undo any mistakes. We're gonna move this up more. We're gonna move it about right there, about 75%. And then end off right there. However, we can change it to make it go even further down. So let's make it, let's make it about right here. You can change that bass and change this over here. What? Why did that do that? When something is playing and you hold on to the clip or something, it kind of messes it up a little bit, makes it sound kind of weird. However, now we got that perfect, and now we can do this. We can also, the smaller dot right here controls like the angle of how it goes. So if we put it like this, it'll immediately go down here, like instantaneously. So let's skip to 5. Oh, yeah, it will immediately go down to here, but after a little bit of this version of the filter. If you go down here, it'll immediately go down to this version of the filter with among this dot. And it's kind of confusing, but like that. But we want a gradual, so we kind of move it to make it an angle right here. And again, your imagination is the limit of how far your music can go. But now that we're basically done with this gradual fade in, we can now move this back up or click it in using this small arrow right here. And boom. The automation will still work. And then what we can also do is that we can make it go one more time. Go out a little bit, and boom. And once the automation ends, this final dot will be the automation and set stat or set statistic for the rest of the pattern until you mess with the automation again at a further down the line. So right now our song is basically 29 seconds long with this filter that makes it have some more variety. Now what we can also do is that we can add effects to it. But first of all, if you want to have an automation filter for things that's not the filter, or automation clip that's not the filter, you can just look on one of these, or look on one of these, or the volume, right click, create automation clip. You can even go to your mixer, which is what we're going to be checking out shortly. Go over here, look at this is the volume knob, right click, create automation clip for volume. So, well, here's the mixer. This is the mixer right here. And you click on it, it will show this. And this is how you can really remember your if you remember your instrument names, it'll be easier. So we have 80s Theater, which is our main playlist. So if we play it, we can see that it goes up like that, which means it's louder and louder and louder. And this is our master, which is everything, all of this combined into here. So we have 80s Theater, but we want to make it sound a little more, I don't know, different. But before we do that, we need to get a look at the mixer and check it out and see its features. So 80s Theater, this is the on and off button. It won't play. Will play. So if you right click on this, it will turn off all the other ones, so you can only listen to this version. Or if you, and you have to hold on to the thing, but if you do that, then it'll all open up again. This is the pan. We'll scroll to here. Oh, we'll scroll to here. And play on the left side of your headset. And did you notice that there's now only one line on it? Because each of these is what side of the headset. So the right side of the headset played a louder sound than the left side of the headset. If you're writing your headset correctly, of course. This is a reverse polarity. I'm not sure what that does. Swap left and right channels. Don't know what that does. Stereo separation. Makes it equal on both sides. Makes it sound kind of weird though. So unless you have variety, you'll do that. I guess it makes it louder. I don't know. This is the volume, obviously. This part right here, track latency, don't really know what that is. And disc recording. This is if you want to record the thing, even though can't exactly have a reason to do that. Same effects here, but for the master, which is everything here, as I told you. Over here is more options. You have multi-touch control, view waveforms. So instead of that, you have this. And then extra volume properties and that. And then you have slots. You have slots here, which you can add a whole bunch of effects. We'll check these out in a second. This is the equalizer, and this is the mids, which will boost the lows and the highs. This is the highs. It will boost the highs and boost the treble and the high notes. And this is the lows. It will boost the low notes and will make it have more bass. So, let's have more of a bass and less of a treble. You can lower this down to have more bass. Then let's mess with the mids a little bit. And then let's see how that sounds. definitely sounds different. What if we want even more bass? If that sounded loud, I apologize. But that's the equalizer. I don't mess with this too much unless I'm trying to get a specific sound or more bass. So, these are the effects. There's 10 slots and 10 options for effects. This is the panning as well. Wait. Oh, no, this is the mix. This is the how much the effect can affect the instrument, and this is the on and off. However, if you right click on it, you can mess with the automation to make it turn on or off. Anyways, so let's go into one of these. You'll have a whole bunch of effects to mess with. So right now, let's try Gross Beat. Now, with the producer version of FL Studio, you cannot, unless you buy it, you cannot export your project with this included. So you'd have to delete it first before messing it. So you have a whole bunch. These are often used for EDM musics to make cooler sounds. So let's put in basic one. That sounded different, right? Let's try Complex 4. How it works is kind of confusing, but mess with it a little bit and you can try and get the sound you want. One time I used Transgate 3 on an electronic song. Transgate 4. Then you have a slowdown gate. And you have a fade in too. And you have a side chain. So that's really cool. I like it personally. However, I don't really want this one. So let's try another one. Let's try an overdrive. So this is the overdrive feature. This I believe you can export. Let's put this all the way and make it sound so fire. I just destroyed your eardrums. I am very sorry. Let's not mess with that. I don't know these. These are visuals or something. Oh, these are just like notebooks. It's random. Sound goodizer. Careful, there might be a loud sound coming. What did I say? And then you have a whole bunch of things that you can play with and mess with. But let's, Fruity LSD. What's this do? I don't know what this is or what it does. But yeah, that's like all the stuff you can mess with. I don't know what this is. What's Z Game Editor Visualizer? If we play it, it does nothing. That's really random. But yeah, you can play with all these, add more reverb or whatever. I personally feel like this channel does not need any more effects added except the filter and the filter automation. So that's how you can edit your song and make more variety to it. And again, if you don't know, you can add more stuff, play with it, add more keys and notes that will match the chord progression to layer them, but that's more music theory, and that's something I can't really help with. I just have my own way of making songs, and I have my own brain that makes it just sound like everything can go together. So that's how you do it. And if you want to play it, just record it, screen record it with a free screen recorder software, which I downloaded on the app on the Microsoft Store, which is what I've been recording with. And that's that. So, I can't really think a lot else that you can make. I can make a tutorial on, except just showing you how I'd make songs. So, anything else you need help with, comment down below, and I will record that as soon as possible. Goodbye.